What up, what up, what up? Good, happy hump day. Yeah, there we go. Happy hump day. It is Wednesday. I am Jeff Michael. This is Sports with Balls. We are live, unless you are listening to us on the podcast version. So appreciate you guys for tuning in via the podcast. If that's the direction you're going, if you're tuning in live, leave me a comment. Get to questions as soon as I can. Lots going on in the sports world today. NFL news. We got NCAA. We got NBA playoffs coming up. And more importantly, Major League Baseball kicks off tomorrow. Opening day tomorrow. Even though we had 2 games in Tokyo, opening day is tomorrow. That's what I'm going to call it. Opening day in the United States is tomorrow. Today's show brought to you by Christian's Tailgate Bar and Grill. Speaking of March Madness, get over there right now. Go to christianstailgate.com, find one near you. Go get some great food, great drinks, great specials. NCAA March Madness going off at Christian's Tailgate Bar and Grill. And if you get in trouble while you're there, call 713-864-9000, Thiessen Law Firm, thetexastrialattorney.com. Or if you get in a wreck, anybody, friends get in a wreck, whatever, 713-864-9000. Mark Thiessen at Thiessen Law Fizzy. Man, what is today? Let's get into the national holidays. We always got to do that first. Is today March 25th? No freaking way, dude. No, today is March 26th. Even worse. Wow. Manatee Appreciation Day. All right. National Spinach Day. American Red Cross Giving Day. Air Max Day, the shoe. Air Max, man, those things were the bomb. They got so many tennis shoes now. Epilepsy awareness, good hair day. There you go. Shout out to Ashley. Great hair. Love your hair, Ashley. Live long and prosper day. My son just learned how to do that, by the way. Live long and prosper. Y'all remember that? Star Trek? Yeah. All right. Little Red Wagon Day, if you remember that. That's way back. That's about the same time as Live Long and Prosper. That's funny. Make up your own holiday day. Is there a sports cards holiday? Check this one out. You see this Bo Jackson I just got? Man. Oh, I'm sorry, not Bo Jackson, Barry Sanders. Damn. I also got a couple of other ones. I got this incredible Kyle Tucker. I pulled this sign, Adam Kloffstein. I pulled this the other day out of one of those holiday Topps cards things, which was pretty cool. What else did I get? There's a few things that I got. Paul Skeens, Charlie Soto. That's a 1 of 100. Good deal. But all right. Well, I digress, dude. This is not a sports card show, but it's make up your own holiday day. So I think there is actually a national sports card day. Shout out to JD, my boy JD Price. He's got a show going on What's Not Now. Rock and Roll Garage, I believe it is. So if you get a chance, get over. If you're on What's Not and you're in sports cards, go to Rock and Roll Garage when he has a show up. Go bookmark it. Great show. Soccer. A lot of soccer stuff. Unbelievable. Guy pulled an incredible card the other day. All right. Today is National Nougat. Not a big nougat guy. National Nougat Day. If your name's Landon, not London, Landon. All right. If your name is Wayne Brady. All right. Solitude Day. What else? Brittany Banks' birthday. Whole grain sampling. That's all right. And wear a hat day. So there you go. And I believe this is my Prime Texas real estate or Prime Texas metal roofs hat. So there you go. Any other big birthdays? Nope, not really. Steven Tyler, Aerosmith. So there you go. That's your national holidays. Those are your birthdays. Let's get to some sports. Huge NFL news yesterday. The New York Giants are signing free agent Russell Wilson. I've got a few thoughts on this. Look, first of all, I posted the other day on Facebook if you're not following Sports with Balls on Facebook, please, or any of the social media outlets, get over there, check them out, dude. It's fantastic. I posted something the other day about the New York Giants and the New York Jets locker rooms for quarterbacks. It's ugly. It's real ugly. Let me check and see. I just want to go off these names. I want to make sure I'm right on exactly who's in the locker rooms or for the New York teams. All right. We have in the New York Giants now Jameis Winston, Tommy D, and now Russell Wilson. Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson. I mean, look, I'm assuming that at the number 3 pick, the Giants are taking a quarterback. Not even assuming, I know they are. They've got to be taking a QB. Are they taking Sanders? I don't know, man. I have no idea if they're taking Sanders. Some people say Sanders is going late. Some people say he's going 5th to the Raiders. I don't know. But Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston, pretty much the same quarterback. I don't know who I'd rather have at this point in their career, to be honest with you. I really don't. I know everybody's going to say Russell, but he's sketchy just like Jameis. So I think it's a quarterback to teach another quarterback. That's what we're here for. That's what the Giants are doing. They're getting Russell Wilson. They're going to draft a quarterback, and they're going to learn under Russell and Jameis, which isn't bad. And then your third-string quarterback, old Tommy Cutler. Cutlets. The Jets quarterback room is sad, dude. If you're a New York Jets fan, the last few years have been, for a while now, it's been brutal. But the whole Achilles injury to Aaron Rodgers last year being an absolute disaster, Devontae Adams situation, dude, and with the amount of talent that's on your roster going into last year, people were saying the Jets are an automatic playoff team, and they are just not even close. It's brutal. Their quarterback room consists of Justin Fields, Tyrod Taylor, Jordan Travis, and Adrian Martinez. That's right. Those are their quarterbacks. Jets that wanted to get rid of you Jet fans that wanted to get rid of Aaron Rodgers. Justin, I guess you're hanging your hat on Justin Fields if you're the Jets, right? Hopefully he's not as advertised. He's not been bad. He's a decent quarterback. I tell you what, if I'm a Jets fan, I like Justin Fields over Aaron Rodgers right now. Now he's young, he's mobile. I'm not saying you build around him, but you can at least give him a year. It's not like the Jets are going to the Super Bowl, but they've got an incredible talent roster, dude. I'm not saying it all matches up because it doesn't, but the talent on that roster is phenomenal. Justin Fields is now their quarterback. Tyrod Taylor, Jordan Travis, Adrian Martinez. And over to the Giants, like I said, they add Russell Wilson with a deal worth up to $21 million, 10.5 guaranteed. 10-time Pro Bowl selection. I did not know that. He's had discussions with the Browns and the Steelers, but he opted for the Jets. And now we'll see what he's got. We'll see where he's at. We'll see where he's at this year. He's going to start. He's going to play. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt, and they're going to draft a quarterback. So there you go, Giant fan. You got what you needed. They've got an all right roster. They've got an okay roster. No Saquon Barkley. Jesus, dude. Ouch. Sorry, I had to throw that in there. Aaron Rodgers, like I said, is still out there. I had thoughts about this yesterday, man. I just think he needs to retire. I'm over the Aaron Rodgers situation. I'm over his quarterback skills. I'm over the accolades. The last couple years, everything that Aaron Rodgers has accomplished in his career has been shoved down the drain. Like it really has. Nobody thinks about Green Bay Packer Aaron Rodgers anymore. Nobody. And that's sad. He has absolutely diminished his entire career by this Jets fiasco, the ayahuasca thing, the reality show stuff, all the off-field drama that he brings. Nobody remembers Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay anymore. And that's sad because the kid was good, really good. And now it's just the Aaron Rodgers show, man. He's going to wait. He's got a publicist that's like, oh, let's wait till the right time to bring in a ton of drama. Like, dude, stop. Please, for the love of God, retire. Just go back to Green Bay, please, so we can see you in those colors, so we can forget about all this. Make us forget the last few years, Aaron Rodgers. Please. It's getting absolutely ridiculous. All right. There's some college basketball news. I'm just going over the breaking news right now before we get into MLB and NBA. Richard Pitino set to leave New Mexico for Xavier. Xavier lost their coach to the University of Texas. The other NFL news I wanted to jump into, Stephon Diggs agreed to a 3-year, $69 million deal with the Patriots, where him and Drake May will go at it to see how good they are. Not a bad deal. Not a bad deal. It's not too much money. The Patriots get a much, much needed wide receiver. My gosh, dude. Their wide receiver room is slim pickings. So I like this. I like this a lot. They've got Mac Hollins now and Kendrick Bourne in there. Mac Hollins, gritty player. Keyshawn Booty and DeMario. It's still thin. And if you take away Stephon Diggs in that wide receiver room, there's nobody there. Mac Hollins is your number 1 and Kendrick Bourne number 2. Oof. And we all know Diggs is injury prone. So good signing, but I would go after somebody else. They tried to go after Godwin. They did not get him. So they brought in Diggs. Fine. Good deal. What else we got going on? I don't see anything else. Alex Ovechkin is closing in on the he's 6 away from the scoring record. He scored number 889, 6 away from the NHL. Now 6 goals away from the NHL record. Good for Alex Ovechkin. That's a good thing for hockey. Hockey's a much underrated sport down here in the South. Damian Lillard is out due to a blood clot, which is weird, right? Wemby had a blood clot. Now Damian Lillard out with a blood clot. And SGA had 32 points last night. The Thunder are the first team to 60 wins. Since we are on that, let's go to the NBA. If I can get over there. Will it let me over there? Probably not. The NBA playoffs are right around the corner, dude. I mean, they are close. Yeah, it's not letting me go. I got to do it on my phone. Jeez, dude. I got to get a new computer. Absolutely have to. NBA playoffs coming up. The Houston Rockets are in second place in the Western Division, man. That's unbelievable. And I know a lot of people don't pay attention to the NBA right now, it's just now starting to kick up. But the Houston Rockets are number 2 in the Western Conference. It goes OKC, and then 13 and a half games later, the Houston Rockets. Damn. The Denver Nuggets sit in your 3rd spot in the West. 72 games in, guys. 72 games in. There is 10 games left in the NBA season until we have play-in. This play-in shit, dude. Ugh, terrible. All right, I'm sorry. I'm going to go down. Western Conference, OKC, Houston, Denver. The Memphis Grizzlies, 6-4 in the last 10, sit at number 4. And the Los Angeles Lakers, who are 3-7 in their last 10 games, have lost 3 in a row, have dropped to the 5 spot in the Western Conference. Golden State, 7-3 in their last 10. The Jimmy Butler Golden State Warriors, 41-31, are in the 6th spot. And here's your play-in tournament. Clippers, Timberwolves, Sacramento, and Phoenix. The Kings and the Suns. Minnesota's playing decent ball right now. Clippers playing decent ball right now. That'll be fun. Those teams, Golden State sits at 19 games back. It's going to be interesting between 5-6. The Lakers, the Warriors, the Clippers, and the Timberwolves all have a shot to flip-flop right there. So that'll be fun games. Lakers have a decent schedule coming up. So, like I said, man, I just wait till the playoffs for the NBA. I do. I just wait till the playoffs because it's just kind of the teams that are out already are Utah, New Orleans. It looks like San Antonio should be out, and Portland. Dallas has a shot to get in there. They're only a half game back of the Phoenix Suns, so we'll see. That's the bottom of the barrel down there in the Western Conference, though. And when I mean bottom, Sacramento and Phoenix have losing records. And the Sacramento Kings are 2-8 in their last 10 games. So whatever, dude. That play-in thing with the NBA, brutal. I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all. Eastern Conference, Cleveland and Boston have clinched. They're really good, dude. The Cleveland Cavaliers are really good, and OKC is really good. I've told y'all this before. If you want to see a Boston Lakers matchup, but so it's Cleveland, Boston, and then you have New York, Indiana, big market teams, which I absolutely love. Well, Indiana is a small market team, but the New York, Indiana matchup would be phenomenal. Then you have Milwaukee and Detroit in the Eastern Conference. Your play-ins in the Eastern Conference are Atlanta, Orlando, Chicago, Miami. And then everybody else is out. Toronto, Brooklyn, Philadelphia, Charlotte, Washington. They're not getting in. They are not getting in. There's so many under 500 teams. In the Eastern Conference, your 4 play-in teams are going to all have losing records. That's disgusting. That's terrible. Like that, you're putting in teams that have losing records. The NBA's got a lot of issues they got to work through in order to get the ratings back up. But what I was getting to earlier is Cleveland and Boston in the Eastern Conference are your top 2 teams, and then New York, Indiana. You want to see that New York, Indiana matchup, right? I'm sorry, but nobody wants to see Milwaukee. Nobody wants to see Detroit. Nobody wants to see Atlanta. Nobody really wants to see Cleveland. You want to see Boston. If you are the NBA in the Western Conference, OKC, that's super small market. Now I get it. SGA is a badass, man. The guy's unbelievable. And he's going to be, that's your storyline, right? But OKC and Cleveland in your NBA finals, the ratings would be a disaster. And they would have a lot of things to overcome in the offseason. Even the Rockets, the Houston's the 3rd, 4th largest city in the United States. Who's going to watch a Rockets Cavaliers NBA Finals? Holy shit, man. No one. Denver's got some sort of star power, right? If Denver gets in there, that's all right. Memphis, you could definitely market Ja Morant in there, but Memphis and Cleveland, Memphis and Milwaukee. What if it was Memphis, Milwaukee? Bro, I don't know too many people watching that, man. Denver, Milwaukee, or Indiana, and OKC. Like, you're not watching that. Nobody's watching that. The NBA, man. I love playing basketball too. I just wish that I was telling my son this the other day. I wish that the guys weren't 7'6" and shooting threes and dunking anymore. It's just when we saw Michael Jordan do all that stuff, it was unbelievable because no one had ever done it. Now it's almost like people are dunking from the 3-point line. Curry's shooting full court shots and half court. Like, it's just, the game is easy. It's not difficult anymore. We were seeing Michael Jordan's get sideways on a dunk, and we were like, holy crap. Dude, now we got 7'8" guys dunking when they're not even jumping. It's just not entertaining. That's not entertaining. Wembanyama shooting a 3 is not entertaining. Sorry, it might be incredible physics-wise, but entertainment value? No, no, thank you. That's not fun to watch. It's just not. LeBron bullying over people and flopping on the court, not fun to watch. SGA's got a great game. They just don't market him, right? Ja's fun to watch, and then he said, I'm not dunking. The NBA they have problems, man. Major problems. And I don't know how to fix that. So it is what it is. Let's move on to what starts tomorrow. Major League Baseball. Man. I cannot wait. Thank goodness. 3:00 games tomorrow. There will be specials on from 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. Wow. I cannot wait for baseball season. I can't wait for 24 hours. Let's get into who's going to win what division in Jeff Michael's opinion. Tampa Bay. Let's start off with the American League East. Tampa, Toronto. And mind you, usually speaking, there's going to be a surprise team. I'll try to give you my surprise out of American and National League as we go through this. Let's start off in the American League East. Like I said, Rays, Jays, Yankees, Red Sox, Orioles. Red Sox add Alex Bregman to an already pretty good roster, right? Everybody's going to be looking at the Yankees. I like the Orioles, but they already have injuries. Adley Rutschman is an absolute monster, maybe the best catcher in baseball. The New York Yankees, Aaron Judge, people will be following that story the entire season. They didn't get Juan Soto, blah, 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 blah. Here we go. Toronto, the Vlad Guerrero Jr. thing will hang over their head the entire season probably. Where's he going to go? Are they going to sign him? They couldn't get it done this offseason, so here we go. He's a free agent next year. That's a big free agent, big. And the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay Rays are a good team. I'm going to pick the Boston Red Sox flying out of the American League East. That's right. I think they got a good team. That'll be a lot of fun, too. That was a well-fought division last year. All of those teams are solid. All of them are solid, man. And I want to say that the Rays, Shane McClanahan's injured right now, too, so that kind of puts them behind the 8 ball. But that whole American League East division, probably the best in baseball. In the American League, for sure. It's not the West. We know that. We'll get there in a second. American League Central, Minnesota Twins, badass, bro. If Carlos Correa can stay healthy, which is a huge, huge if, Minnesota Twins are good. And they've got a couple of guys on that roster that scare me, man. Like, that absolutely do scare me. Who's on there that I absolutely love? What's his name, man? Here, I'm going to find it right now. Is it Buxton or Bader that I absolutely love? Ty France, that's an Astro killer right there. Royce Lewis, there he is. Now, this kid, Royce Lewis, who plays third base for them in Minnesota, is a baller. Problem is, he's been injured almost his entire career. If Royce Lewis and Carlos Correa stay healthy, the Minnesota Twins will be tough. And I mean really tough. Watch out. Watch out for the Minnesota Twins. Kansas City Royals, Bobby Witt Jr. It will be my MVP race is Bobby Witt Jr. and Adley Rutschman. That's for the American League this year, so I like Kansas City. Detroit, I believe, if I'm correct, they had 6 players in the last 3 months going for Tommy John. It's either them or the White Sox. I forget which one. They're both in the same division. I think it's the White Sox. It's either Detroit or Chicago, but either one of them, just hang it up for the season. Cleveland Guardians are really good. The Central will come down to the Twins, Royals, and Guardians. My pick, Minnesota Twins. I know Cleveland's good. I get it. Cleveland's really good. They're solid. I like the Twins, man. That's if Royce and Correa stay healthy. If not, go Guardians in the Central. All right, on to my favorite division, the American League West, obviously because I am from Houston. I am a huge Houston Astro guy. Congratulations to Cam Smith making the roster yesterday. The kid is phenomenal. They're sticking him in right field. And speaking of outfielders, it looks like Jose Altuve is playing left field for the Houston Astros. Oof. Ooh. I'm not going to say this division's a lock. I'm not it's hard to say that before the season starts tomorrow, but man, the Rangers are shit. The Athletics are shit. We don't even know where they're playing. The Angels are crap. The Mariners could have a shot. They were hot last year. If y'all remember, the Mariners came out smoking. The Astros came out flat. They were last in the division for a while. I think they were 5-22, something like that. I forget. It was terrible. But they came back and ended up winning the division. I don't see them starting that slow this year. Generally speaking, they are slow starters, but I like the Astros to win the West. So we've got the Red Sox, Twins, and the Houston Astros in the American League. And now let's move to National League. All right, National League East, Marlins, Phillies, Mets, National Braves. Huge news for the Mets, obviously Juan Soto, and I love the Mets this year. All right, man, I'm telling you, that is a scrappy bunch. You add Juan Soto. I don't like the price, but, I mean, he's a good player. I like the Mets. Mets coming out of the East. If not the Mets, if Juan Soto gets hurt, and man, they got the Braves down there too. That's another injury-prone team. If the Braves are healthy, they're one of the best teams in all of baseball. Gotta stay healthy. Ronald Acuna Jr. is the key to that team. Man, I'm still gonna stick with the Mets. I like the Mets. The Phillies just seem like they are too lackadaisical for me. National League East, give me the Mets. Central, Cardinals, Pirates, Reds, Brewers, Cubs. Brewers are good. They're just steady, right? But if there's a boring league or boring division in the MLB, that's it. That would be it, right? I love I tell you what, man, last year I went to the Cardinals ballpark a couple of times and absolutely loved that Cardinals ballpark. So I'm going to say the Cincinnati Reds and Ellie De La Cruz to come out flying. I love that team. I love that guy. Give me the Reds out of the Central. Pirates are pretty good. O'Neal Cruz for the Pirates, flat out baller. Both the Cruz brothers. I don't think they're really brothers, but Pirates and Reds. That's who I look out for. The Cubs already have 2 losses, by the way. They're in the bottom of the division. they lost to the Dodgers, who are in the West and are 2-0, leading the division, and already probably have won the World Series. I don't even know what else to say. I'm picking the Dodgers, obviously. One of the best lineups and best pitching staffs ever assembled in baseball. This could be one of the best teams we've ever seen in the history of baseball. Not even joking. It is unbelievable, the talent that is on the Dodgers. It's just hard to beat, man. Very hard to beat. I hope the Padres play well. I hope that the Diamondbacks play well. Rockies and Giants, we'll see what happens. Giants made a couple solid pickups. The Rockies are probably still bottom of the barrel. Somebody give them a fight, man. Somebody please give them a fight. I don't see it happening. And honestly, if you go through the entire National League, maybe the Braves, maybe the Mets give them a fight. Other than that, man, who's challenging the Dodgers? No one. Not the Marlins, not the Phillies, not the Nationals, not the Cardinals, not the Pirates, not the Reds, not the Brewers, not the Cubs, not the Diamondbacks, not the Rockies, not the Giants. Maybe the Padres, maybe the Braves. There's nobody in the National League that can hang with them. If I move to the American League, there's a couple of teams that I think could give them in a 5-game series, maybe a win or two, or in a 7-game series. Who knows? But dude, the Dodgers are just deep. They're tough. I don't know what's going to happen. World Series. Out of the American League. Ooh. Oh, man. That is tough, dude. Because of that American League East, you've got the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Orioles, and then you've got the Twins and Royals, Guardians maybe, Astros. Out of those teams, wow. Astros got a shot if they can pitch. I just don't know who has the best pitching staff in the entire American League. It's up to that. I'm going to go Astros. I know that sounds, bias and chalk, but, dude, give me the Astros versus the Dodgers, and let's repeat. MLB would love that. MLB would absolutely love an Astros-Dodgers World Series, man. That would be fantastic. All right, let's take a couple of people before we get out of here. West Butler over Butler CCS Fire, Water, Mold, 713-330-9472. That is Butler CCS, man. If you have any sort of flooding in your house, any sort of insurance claim, fire, water, mold, call Butler CCS, 713-330-9472. And, of course, the best plumbing company in the business. In fact, I've got to call them today. 281-373-3333, lindsayplumbing.com. That's LINDSAY, plumbing.com. I'll put that back up there for you. There you go. All right, guys. Been a hell of a show. Been awesome. Time for me to get to work. I'll see you guys Friday. I'm Jeff Michael. This is Sports with Balls. See you.